Umbridge posts an education decree forbidding all student organizations, including the Quidditch teams, from meeting again until they receive her approval. Ron and Harry suspect that Umbridge knows about their defense group, but Hermione explains that she put a jinx on the piece of parchment, and if anyone had snitched, they would know. Later that morning, in History of Magic, Harry sees Hedwig in the window. Her feathers are ruffled, and she is holding her wing at an odd angle. Harry takes Hedwig to Professor Grubbly Plank. She agrees to mend Hedwig and removes a letter from Hedwig's leg. The letter is from Sirius, and reads, "Today, same time, same place." Umbridge is sitting in on potions, and Snape is visibly irritated. Later, Harry, Ron, and Hermione study in the common room until everyone else has gone to bed. Sirius appears in the fire. Sirius knows about their secret defense against the Dark Arts group and encourages them to keep meeting. Their reunion is cut off when Sirius sees Umbridge's hand groping through the flames, attempting to grab hold of Sirius. Hermione blames Hedwig's injuries on Umbridge reading Harry's mail. Harry agrees. After classes, Angelina receives permission to reform the Gryffindor Quidditch team and schedules practice for that evening. When Ron and Harry arrive at the pitch, it is rainy and cold. Harry's scar hurts, and he senses that Voldemort is upset that something he wants is not happening fast enough. Studying in the common room later, Harry falls asleep by the fire. Dobby, the house elf, wakes him up. Harry asks Dobby if he knows of a room where the students could practice defense secretly. Dobby tells Harry about the Room of Requirement, which appears only when it is needed. Harry calls a meeting for the next night. Students arrive, and Hermione suggests that they decide on a name. Cho Chang, whom Harry has had a crush on for some time, suggests the DA, for Defense Association, and Ginny points out that it can also stand for Dumbledore's Army. Hermione writes Dumbledore's Army on a piece of parchment with everyone's names and pins it to the wall. They begin practicing, and Harry is impressed by their effort. The first Quidditch match of the season, Gryffindor vs. Slytherin, approaches. On the morning of the match, Ron is too nervous to speak. The Slytherin team is wearing badges that read, "Weasley is our king." From the stands, the Slytherins sing a song of the same name, mocking Ron's keeper skills. Embarrassed, Ron misses several shots. Fortunately, Harry catches the snitch, and Gryffindor wins. Malfoy and his thugs scream insults, and Harry and George leap at Malfoy, landing themselves in McGonagall's office. She gives them each a week of detention. Umbridge appears and produces another decree from the Ministry, this time giving her authority over all punishments. McGonagall is livid, but cannot stop Umbridge from banning Harry, George, and Fred, who was not even involved in the fight, from ever playing Quidditch again. Umbridge confiscates their brooms. Harry is devastated. Later, Hermione realizes Hagrid is back. As Umbridge continues to interfere with Harry's once idyllic life at Hogwarts, slowly taking away all the things that made Harry love his school so dearly, Harry grows increasingly despondent. Even though Umbridge claims she's doing what's best for Hogwarts, with the school's best interests in mind, the unhappiness she causes her students is profound. Without Hagrid, Quidditch, or the opportunity to communicate with Sirius, Harry begins to seriously question his once unmitigated love of school. The irritation and quick temper Harry felt at the beginning of the novel are slowly starting to transform into sadness, hopelessness, and grief. Harry does, however, find solace and a measure of happiness in the DA. He carries his knowledge of the group and his role in it around with him proudly, his own small and private stand against Umbridge and her crippling regime.